Hello students, welcome to today's session. So I am Prabhu, Assistant Professor, Triple Department in KS Rangasamy College of Technology. So I am going to take a session on definition and characteristics of IoT. So first of all, IoT is a common word, so that is called Internet of Things. So it is a concept. So this Internet of Things is a concept which enables the communication networks between the inter-networking devices. It is like a communication network. So with the help of an internet, it is a vast global network. In turn, it has lot of servers, connected servers with the computers, tablets, mobiles. So that is governed by the standard protocols. Here the protocol which is followed is the internet protocol for the connected systems. So what is the purpose here? It enables, that is, sending of data, receiving of data, furthermore the communication of information with the connectivity of remote servers. So here the servers which access the data with the cloud and analytics platforms. So the definition what IoT is, it is a global dynamic global network infrastructure with having a self-configured capabilities. So these capabilities which is based on the certain protocols which is having a standard and interoperable communication. So these are all find with the standard protocols where the things. So things is nothing but the entities which is the identities having the physical attributes and virtual personalities and also the intelligent interfaces which are seamlessly connected to the internet information network, so that can communicate with the users and the environment. So for example, if we are measuring the temperature, it is one of the entity. So it has been measured from using the sensors. So the sensors will transfer the data and the data will be modelized, the data will be processed and analyzed, and it is displayed in the output device. So this is like what is the vision of IoT? So it is where the things, the wearable watches or alarm clocks or whatever it may be, the home devices and objects which becomes a smart. So the word smart, it is the highlight of IoT. So and has a function which is like an entities by sensing, computing and communicating. So these are the three entities, are the three major functions of IoT with the help of embedded devices which interact with the remote objects. So that will be servers, clouds, applications, services and process. So it is done through a internet or a near field communication. So for example, a smart umbrella and smart light monitoring. So these are all the example, and smart watches. So there are the things which are behaving smartly, that is comes under Internet of Things. So this is one example. Here there are a lot of groups. So the street light group 1, street light group 2, street light group 3 and group 4. So these group 4 are interconnected with the internet, and it has a central commanding and controlling station. So for the first group, the street light will be communicated with the help of a group controllers 1, and also for the street light group. So each street light group 1 will be controlled with the help of the group controller 1 and 2. So likewise 3 and 4. So we can connect n number of devices with a central command and control station. So this will be operated through internet, and we can communicate and we can control from anywhere. So this is one of the example. Likewise smart umbrella. So with the umbrella we can predict what is the weather condition. So this is what the things which is behaving smartly. So this is the general framework for IoT using the smart and hyper connected devices. Here we are using the RFIDs, radio frequency identifiers, and wireless sensor networks, and other sources of analog and digital with the audio media and video media inputs. So here the physical devices with the sensors, this is mostly the input devices to measure the pressure, temperature, velocity, humidity, and audio, video. So whatever it may be the things, and whatever it may be the sensing platform, so we can use this with the input devices with the help of the sensors, and we can communicate with the cloud with the help of the networks. So that network near field communication with the Bluetooth or Zigbee. So whatever it may be the output devices, whatever it may be the connecting devices, so that will be the one of the part in IoT. So here the data element analysis and transformation techniques with the help of edge computing. So there will be a separate technique for cloud computing. So the cloud computing, which stores the data, stores the whatever it may be the parameters from the input devices, it can be stored and processed for further identification. So the application which is oriented, which is specially oriented for the IoT, which is having the reporting, analysis and control, and collaboration services and connecting the people. So it is like a machine-to-machine communication. It is a subset of a machine-to-machine communication. So there the connected data center and the cloud platform, so which also involves to make the devices smarter. So with the help of network, that is 3G, 4G and Wi-Fi network, so here the data can be operator and data can be controlled anywhere from the world. So this is one of the biggest advantage of using a IoT. So what are all the characteristics? So first of all, the dynamic and self-adapting system. So the IoT devices and systems may have the capability. So this capability which is having a adapting to any kind of a situation. So with the context here, the what is the situation means the changing the context and the taking the action based on their condition, operating condition. So what irrespective of weather condition or whatever it may be the parameters. So here the user context and the sense based upon the environment, it has to adapt itself. So and it has to send the data irrespective of those conditions. And also the self-configuring. So what is mean by self-configuring? So it is one of the capability of allowing a large number of devices. So we in case of handling the data, which is a larger one, we have to insert or we have to place a large number of devices to work together to provide the functionality. So like a setup networking or fetching the software updates. So it has to self-configure. It has to update itself. And interoperable communication protocols. So the protocols is a standard or a set of rules that has to be followed in communicating a devices. So interoperable communication with the help of a protocols, so that it will able to communicate neatly or communicate without any errors with other devices, and also the infrastructure is very, very important in the IoT. So and having a unique identity. Identity is each IoT has a URI, that is Uniform Resource Identifier. So it has an IP address. So each server, each website is having an individual IP address. So likewise, each IoT device having a unique identity in order to identify and in order to locate. That is what a main important feature in IoT. So here the device interface allows the users to query the monitoring, query the device and monitoring and control them remotely. So for this particular unique identity, so controlling is very, very important, and also it is very easy with the help of a unique identity. So and the integration into a information network. So here the IoT devices are usually integrated with the help of the information network. So the network allows them to communicate and exchange the data. So the network is very, very essential. So in order to communicate and transfer the data from the sender to the receiver, and the receiver will react. So whatever it may be the information received with the other devices and system. So here the networking is very, very essential, and also it is very important in IoT. So it can be dynamically discovered by the other devices. So other devices also interacted to allowed. So and it has to perform the functions. It is having the capability to describe themselves to other devices and user application. So this is what making the system to be a smarter one. So this is the integration of into an information network. Without any information network and platform, the IoT platform doesn't operate. So far we have seen what is mean by a definition of IoT and the characteristics of IoT, which is very essential for networking and also for making the things smarter one. So thank you for the patient listening.